Pick the Nintendo Shack and pray. Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening says, yo.
Greetings, Koopalings. Welcome to a very special Thursday edition of the Nintendo Shack
Like
podcast.
old times, Thursday.
Like old times. We gather
been
here
years.
for a special announcement. We finally have seen an official render of the Nintendo Switch 2.
This is
after
Furukawa.
4 years of podcasting with a Nintendo Shack. And like weeks after weeks after weeks of saying Switch Pro, Switch 2, Switch Successor. It is here. It is here. I am joined with Donnie and Delvin as I am every week, but also we have a special guest joining us, Jason Lacey, one of the OG PSVG people. Hi, Jason.
Hi, thank you for allowing me to barge in and join the fun.
Well, this is the
I appreciate
perfect time to do it. This is very exciting. I know everyone is buzzing about this today, and thoughts and speculation, and we're going to talk about it all. We have a ton of viewer questions to answer after we get all, discuss just what was revealed. But yeah, there was rumors that it would happen today. We planned to record tonight, and here we are. How are you guys feeling? Good start.
Yeah, don't everybody go at once.
We haven't lost our touch. I love it.
Was it that bad?
I always try to give room for Delvin to start.
Oh,
So go.
Delvin, we want to hear your thoughts.
I was trying to give room for Jason to start.
I mean, I can start. Do you want me to start? I can start.
Yes,
Jason,
you're the
start us
guest.
off.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, did I wake up at 5 a.m. this morning randomly? Like, is there anything going on? Check Reddit. I checked the things. No. Did I wake up at 6? Check Reddit. Check the things. I loved the Switch 2, the state of the Switch 2 subreddit as things go on, and just the meme of itself. It became of it's 8 a.m. Furukawa's on the subway. He's on the way. Furukawa's in the shower. All these things. They're like, what is happening? And I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, okay, it's either a shadow drop or what's happening, and then I usually get to work around like 8:30ish. So I'm like driving on the way in, and at first I'm like, well, all right,
Are you
gonna be
what time zone are you in?
Eastern. So
Okay.
I'm
The
like,
correct time zone.
just gonna be another day. Just gonna be a Thursday. Okay. And I made peace with that. And then all of a sudden, like at a stoplight, look through my feeds real quick, and they're like, it's here. I'm like, son of a bitch. And
So I had a similar experience. I woke up around 6:37, and like I'm checking, and Nate's doubling down, and he's saying it's today, guys, it's today. And then I saw a tweet from Laura Kate Dale who said, I'm hearing some buzzing around, some murmurs that it's going to be at 8:00. And so I leave for work around 8:00. So I am refreshing at my house at 8:00 saying, come on, where is it? Like 8:01, 8:02, it wasn't there. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm just going to drive to work.
yeah.
Maybe it'll be at 9. And I'm like pulling out of the lot, and like my phone starts blowing up, and I'm like, come on.
Yeah. You had a Donnie-like experience almost.
Yeah. Was that
I
your-
appreciate that I didn't have none of this.
Were
I was
you
like,
down to sleep?
no, I was like, I don't care until Donnie tells me. That's it. Once Donnie says, hey, it's up, then we'll know we're live.
Oh, I was the latest. I was the last person to know today.
No, you weren't. I was the last person to know because I found out right after you.
Oh,
Delvin's
yeah.
all like,
I,
look at these peasant nerds. I got someone that's just
Donnie,
gonna
what
tell
were
me
you
when I need
doing?
to pay attention.
So,
Yes.
so last night when we were recording, they didn't tease anything. They didn't say anything. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be a shadow drop. And in my head, I thought, all right, it's gonna be at 10 a.m. in the morning, or like 8 p.m. tomorrow night. That's kind of where my head was. And so I had to go. I received an award this morning for work, which is nice, but the people who was giving us the award might as well be on the other side of the city. is a 90-minute drive just to get there for the award. And trust me, and you think to yourself, it's not worth it. You know,
Yeah.
but it's good press for the agency. You know, the agency wants the picture, they want to tweet about it and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get up today at 5 and I was on the road at 6 to get to this place by 8. So I was actually in the building meeting their police chief and taking the photo and rubbing the elbows and talking and laughing and smiling and everything. And I get out around 9:15ish, I think.
Ooh,
I
that
don't
is
know. I don't
late.
remember the time. And I look at my phone and I'm like, of course I've missed the whole thing. I've missed it all. And it's not crazy, but it's a different experience because I didn't even see the trailer for like another 30 minutes. Like I had to get in my car and drive back home before I could even like watch the trailer. So all I'm seeing are people in Discord being like, it's mice are moving and oh, it's just February. Is it February? April? I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm like, did they show any games? They're like, no. I'm like, what? Surely this isn't the price? Absolutely not. I'm like, what is happening?
The funny thing about that is everything Donnie said last night was completely negated. Donnie was like, there's no way they show this thing without a price or some type of games.
That's true. I mean, but I was going off I thought we were in line for the Switch Karen reveal. I think everybody
Yeah.
did. I don't think
Yeah.
that was unfounded.
Sure.
I don't think anybody had their bingo card just 3D render of console. Like I was like, why?
I
Why
think
did we do
made that-
this?
We at the very end of Sunday show, I think we actually made that joke. Like they're just gonna show us what's been leaked and be like, okay, see you next time.
Oh, what
Yeah,
what
not
I-
just next time. Like, see you next time. Like,
3
it's
months.
gonna be a while.
I thought it was they were just going to show the console.
You did. You were kind of very reserved. You were like, I don't think we're gonna get a price or anything.
Yeah.
And they just-
What made
Here's
you
the
think that?
because once I heard the things about the stealth drop and things like that, I'm like, they're just probably going to just show the console. I'm like, here's a date where you can find everything out about it. That's what I
The date's so far away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a long date, man.
I didn't think it was going to be like a render. I thought it was like
Think about
here's
it
the
from like
console.
from Switch 1, we got the Switch Karen trailer,
yes, I
right? But
remember
then then we got to the Switch
The
presentation.
Karen trailer was the second trailer.
Was that the second trailer?
Yes, that was the January trailer when they showed off Mario Odyssey. The very first Switch reveal
That's right.
was with the guy with the Great Dane just
Oh, the
showing
guy
Correct.
it
with the
out of the
dog.
thing.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh,
Walking the dog.
yeah.
Yeah. So like, I mean, not that they have to repeat history, but it seems like they're trying to at least conjure some of that timing. This wasn't in that. Like, this seems like an outlier. And I don't know why. Maybe they'd want to.
Well, they
don't-
had that. I think it's actually pretty in line with what they did with the Switch because they had the initial reveal trailer with that music and the dog in, I think it was October, and then January.
But then they show
was
us
when they
games.
had-
Like we saw Skyrim and we saw like games.
yeah.
This is just. They showed it.
We
I mean,
saw a game. Is it a
Yeah,
new
there's-
game? We'll
there's
talk about it.
yeah, I guess you're
Yeah.
right. But it's like it's different from like a lifestyle versus like a we spun the camera
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
You know, like we saw somebody use it. We saw it in hand.
Mhm.
I don't even know if what we saw was real today.
Yeah,
Like, is that a mock-up? Is that AI? Is that
It looked
it's just
really
digital?
It looked really
Yeah.
good.
You know, like-
Leak. I think they were supposed to show, they were kind of showcasing, it's bigger. They showed the Switch, then it got bigger,
Sure.
then the Joy-Cons got bigger, and they
Yeah.
kind of was creating the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jason.
I just like, it's interesting. Like, I've seen a lot of different takes today and varied opinions. And like, my journey has been interesting because I remember forever ago, I think anytime anything came out, Donnie, you were like sharing stuff from like the jump, right? Like anything that's spec wise, any of that stuff. And then for a while, I was like, I don't want to buy into any of this. I'm just going to wait, and then somewhere along the way, I was like, no, I am going into
You got
everything.
swept in.
I am giving me all the leaks, all the things, right?
Yeah, you caught the
So-
wave,
Yeah, I ate the hype, so to speak.
as we
And
do.
For me, it's just nice to get official confirmation, even though all we saw is as good, if not maybe better than what we've seen on the mock-up renders and everything, right? But
That was my memory.
It's
So,
just
does
it's just
Yarden have it
exciting
wrong,
to
or does
have
Rebecca
it.
have
I'm
it
gonna
wrong?
I'm gonna check. Yarden's
We're
probably not
getting
wrong.
confirmation on the trailer. Everyone,
The Karen
we-
trailer,
we're
because
getting
that was my
official
like
feedback.
my memory is that we got the Karen trailer. I think in like that fall, like the October, we got the Switch presentation in January, and then it launched in March or February, January,
I
February.
can't-
It was a couple months later.
It all bleeds together for me. But I mean, do
Yeah.
you all kind of feel like? I guess this is the gist I get to. Like, do we think that this was never the original plan to come out with this right now? Like, do you think the leaks probably kind of forced Nintendo's hand to like, okay, we need to. At
It's
least
hard to
crowd
speculate, but
control
like
some of this.
that's an easy line to draw, right? Like I feel like that's a
Yarden's right. I
that's
was wrong.
that's an easy explanation to make because I am wondering like it feels like they didn't want to announce this yet.
Yeah,
Like the timeline and everything feels a little bit delayed. Like I don't know if they wanted to get this out right now.
yeah.
What happened to all the rumors that said a March release?
They were wrong.
They were lying.
They were wrong.
They're gonna say,
'Cause
"Oh, we
it-
really
this-
meant April for the trailer."
this
No, I
bad
mean,
boy isn't
I think
launching
the
at all.
reason why they want to announce it before, a couple of months before the full reveal is this gives third parties a chance to say, "We are planning on bringing games. Here's what we plan to release on the Switch 2."
Sure.
Before it comes, before Nintendo's ready to reveal the whole thing. I don't
And-
think it'll be very long before it'll release after April.
And in their defense, we talk about last time we talk about the trailer and then the presentation, but like they announced the NX and they announced the Switch a year ahead of them. Like they did announce it. They
Mhm.
didn't give us the spin around render,
Yeah.
but like they were like, and our next console, and we'll see you next year. Like that was definitely a thing too. So if you count this as that, hey, we're on a very condensed time schedule. But I think everybody was expecting more.
Yeah. Well, so,
Yeah.
I was right.
I was expecting, but I'm not surprised.
Get that victory lap. You deserve it. You
the
deserve it.
one time I'm right about something.
I won't say I was right because I've been everywhere. But before we went away on break and everything, I kept saying I think they dragged the reveal of this thing out like until the end of the fiscal year. So the fact that we're not getting like the legit trailer until April 2nd, I'm like, that's about right. That's about where
Right.
my head was.
That makes sense.
Technically, they're 2 days past their.
Yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, I think that's kind of where my head has been because people are like, they're going to launch it March. And I was like, nah, I think they're going to bleed this out a little because it just felt like it. It just felt like I'm not trying to hold water for Nintendo. I think they're trying to buy development time.
I agree.
Yeah.
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 It seems like that's what I don't know if they're having issues. I don't know if they just want to have a lot of shit. We don't know. We won't know until they start doing something, but it seems like they're dragging their feet.
So I was curious. I looked it up because I couldn't remember. So we got I think, according to my quick Google powers, we had the official announcement in October of 2016, and then obviously the console released in March of 2017. So there's like a 5-month.
And in between there, we got that
Switch
presentation where they did the 1-2 switch and the
Mhm.
ice cubes and the marbles and and the Suda, Xenoblade. I remember those things.
So we very much could be on that same. We could still hit that same timeline very much with mid. If they were, some of the rumors I believe said June, right? Or at least that was speculation.
June
Could
feels
still
right.
very hit April. More information, release timeline, MSRP, all that stuff. And then
The only thing
Sure.
that gives me
Lots
some
better.
pause, and I don't believe it because I'll call it a hunch. It's just a feeling. June feels right. I've been thinking that the whole time. Like June just feels right. Like it's got like I don't know why. I really don't. It just seems like it.
Do you feel like I know there's some strategy with these things. Do you think that even matters so much anymore with
No.
timing wise? But I feel like
I
because I
don't.
feel like Nintendo doesn't have anything to prove.
They can launch
At
it
this
whenever
point.
they want to.
Yeah, I
I
feel
think
like
if they
It'll
try
be
to
the hot
launch it,
holiday item.
I think
Yeah.
if they try to launch it right, like as GTA 6 is taking on the road, I don't think that'd be the best thing.
sure.
So I think getting out in front of that is good. But what I was explaining to Delvin last night, I'm not sure if you catch PSVG. The reason I kept thinking June is I see Nintendo launching the system, getting as many out there as they can to their hardcore, getting a game out there, right? And then building their stock up for the fall. And it's kind of like 2 launches.
Mm.
It's like we get it out there, we get people playing Mario Kart, they start sharing, they start talking about it, And then Black Friday comes, here's the big game. Pokemon, Mario. That's why I don't think 3D Mario is a launch game. Because I think it's a fall game. And they're gonna kind of have like second launch. They're gonna launch with a cart and like here's some stuff, and then boom, now we're actually like here's the real launch.
Yes, I imagined it to be that way. I thought it was going to be the other way around. Start with Mario, 3D Mario at launch, and then Mario Kart. But it seems like it's going to be the same thing, just the other way around.
I kind of like
Yeah.
that approach too. If we get a Mario Kart launch, right? Because then you, like more of a shared experience, right? Than just doing that was fun with Breath of the Wild playing that, but like being something that you can play together and I just remember how even it was a rehash, but how exciting when Mario Kart 8 came to Switch and everyone was playing that again, and there's just a feeling and an energy. I think that
It's a
Mario
game
Kart,
everybody
right?
wants.
Yeah.
Yes,
And it's gonna
when-
sell a
sense.
long time.
when people have their Mario Kart 8 and they can't play with their friends who have the new Mario Kart on the new Switch, they're going to be like, oh man, I can't get the new Mario Kart unless I get a new Switch.
Yeah.
And they'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there are very few games that can stand like toe to toe, like literally the same week, but I would say the same month, the same 8 weeks as GTA. But guess who can?
Mario.
A plumber and a Pokemon. They
I
give
don't-
no fucks. They
I
don't
don't-
care at all. They're like, no, you need to move because of us.
I don't think GTA is coming out this year.
Neither do I. But if Nintendo's like, what game do we put in that window? It's Pokemon. You put Pokemon there, and nobody cares that GTA 6 is coming out. The Pokemon people don't care that GTA 6 is coming out, or they
Yes.
buy both. You know,
I'm
that
gonna
game can stand on
paraphrase.
its own.
What was that? You had shared it earlier, Donnie. What was that number? It was like the Switch had like 1.5 million units for launch, I think, and then the
I
target
don't remember now.
on pace.
didn't
I
write
think
it
for
down.
Switch 2, it's like 2 million. I feel like that was the. I can't.
Bloomberg
remember.
says I've got this in a bullet point in the note. Bloomberg says the Switch 2 supply chain is set to push 20 million units in
That's
year
what-
one.
So I had the 2 right. Okay,
That's a lot. Like that's a lot. That's a shit ton. And that's a year. So that'd be June to June, August to August, May to May, like whenever they launch, right?
I mean, I haven't
Um,
bought anything like new in a while. I mean, I haven't bought a console since the Switch. Like, what's that experience like now? Is or what do we think? What do we think that pre-order situation is going to be like? Are we going to
Hopefully
have?
it's better.
Is botting scams still rampant? Like, fill me in here. Help me out. Throw me a bone.
It's
Well,
horrible.
That's what I was afraid of.
yeah, it probably won't be. Well, unless they have enough consoles to meet demand. If they can just shower demand at launch, it'll quell all
Right.
of that.
That eliminates that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, what happened with the PS5 Pro kind of quells these scalpers from not doing that shit, because
You just flood
They-
the market.
they did that and they're like, no, we're not buying it. People are like, we're not buying that shit from you. And
I don't know how
Go
much
back
you want
on.
to talk about games or anything that we're talking about, but I have a story.
Ooh.
And it has to do with a scalper.
Ooh.
It's very
Topical.
prominent. So today, on my way back for my award, after I watched the trailer in my car,
after
I
you
was
won the
like,
social
I have
award-
to stop by GameStop and pick up Donkey Kong because happy Donkey Kong Day, everybody.
But
And I get to my GameStop and it's closed. It's gone. I didn't get a text,
a
an
crater
email. I didn't get a phone call. It's just not there. The sign's gone. The people are gone. The shelves are gone. It's just a white room. I'm like, what
That
the
sucks.
fuck? What happened? And I go to the store next door. It's like a Cato. It's like a clothing store.
I don't
What
know.
the fuck's a Kato? Kato Kalen?
I think it's. I may have that wrong. I don't remember.
fuck?
Anyway, it's like a clothing store.
It's
whatever.
an
it
alibi.
is.
That's what it is.
Yes.
And I asked them.
Play-Doh?
I'm like,
Plato's Closet.
I don't remember. I asked them. I go, hey,
Eureka's
what
closet.
happened? The person was kind of an asshole. They're like, it's gone. I was like, no shit.
What they said?
You know, like, do you know, like, is there someone I can call? Is there a flyer? Do you have any? No.
Don't ask me, white boy. Get away from me.
So
I respect it.
I had to call the GameStop number because I'm like, where's my pre-order? Like, can I go to any GameStop?
Right.
Like, I pre-ordered a game here. Like, damn, guys.
This is
and-
amazing.
I sit on the phone for like 30 or 40 minutes. They're like, what's your
30 or
name?
40 minutes.
What's the store? Well, because it took like 10 minutes to get to somebody. And then they're like, what's your name? They're like, "What's your member ID?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know." Like, like here's my phone number, and they're like, "Okay, hold." And then somebody else is like, "Hello." I'm like, "Hi," different
How
person.
can
They're
I
like,
help
"Yeah,
you, sir?
exactly." I was like, "Oh my god." So I finally get to somebody, and they're like, "You have to go to Ackworth," which is like 30 minutes away. I was like, "Why?" And I go, "Can I just go to anywhere?" And they're like, "Absolutely not." They're like, "Your pre-order has been transferred to that store."
I feel
They're like-
Yarden's comment very much on this story.
Yeah, was it worth it?
I appreciate.
Yes, I have to get this. This is the pre-order bonus. This is the whole point.
What is it?
I
It's a pin
appreciate-
holder. It's a Donkey Kong
so-
barrel that you can put pins and stuff in.
Pins.
Donkey
Yeah,
Kong
like-
really bent you
Don't
over
you
that
wanna
barrel, it
display
sounds
your
like.
pins?
Wow, Jason.
Wait, why don't you want to display your pens?
What?
Pins, like pins you write with.
Like
Rebecca.
pen? You write?
Oh, pens.
Like- Oh my
Yes.
fucking god.
what the
Yes.
hell's wrong with you?
She-
Pins.
she's-
Pin
She's about the
holder?
same. She's about the same as a GameStop person. It's just like pins.
Pen.
You mean pen, not
Yeah,
pin.
pen.
Like it's the same difference.
No,
Rebecca.
it's not. Those are two different items. It was lost in translation
Oh
just now.
my-
What you were
Let's see
talking about.
here.
I appreciate
This is a
that
special.
finally GameStop fucked over Donnie instead of me.
This is a special punishment that I'm receiving tonight for not saying pen correctly. I'm gonna move you, Jason. Let's see here. So now the text is in my face and not Jason's face.
Oh,
I don't want to be rude
feel
to
s-
anybody.
I feel seen.
So
I'm not. I hate to tell you this, but like, I see this all over. Just for you can just have someone 3D print you this thing.
well,
Oh, here's
thanks,
one-
Jason.
here's
Jason,
one on-
guess Jason.
Here's one on Etsy, $25.
Oh, that's shit. That's crazy, Tom. I'm not paying $25
Oh,
for
here's
this.
one $15.
This came with the game. I just get it for free.
Why don't you just put your pens in like a?
Oh my fucking god! Stop worrying about the barrel. That's not the point of the story.
I want to hear more about the barrel.
Oh my god!
What's the circumference on it?
So I drive to the store to get my Donkey Kong. I call them. I'm like, "Can you transfer it?" Because I have another store that's like 15 minutes away. They're like, "No, we can't." They're like, "If you go to another store, you have to buy the game again."
That sounds like
Can't you
horseshit.
cancel your pre-order and pre-order your?
They're like, I don't know.
Then you have to go to the store to cancel it. They're gonna make.
So I go in to go get it. Anyway, I walk in and there is just the most animated guy sitting there talking
I
to
hate
this-
that.
to this poor girl. Like she's sitting there and you can tell she's like, somebody save me. He's like, and I'm gonna do my best impression.
Oh boy.
I walk in and this is what I hear. So I can be back tomorrow, huh? I can be back. I'm just gonna wait. Like if I'm waiting outside, I can just come in. What time do you open? 10? 10? I'll just be here. I'll be here at 10. And he just keeps talking. And I'm like,
Wait,
when
so
you guys
the girl was the
animated guy-
employee,
yeah.
and he was a customer.
he's a customer.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you
She
guys
can't even
know-
just leave.
You guys know me. I'm like, what the fuck's happening tomorrow? Like, why are we so excited about tomorrow? Like, what am I missing? Switch 2? Can we pre-order tomorrow? Like, what's going on tomorrow? And he goes, I don't know what Pokemon Spiral and Leaf or whatever.
Oh,
Pokemon
all the
cards. He wants
TCG
Pokemon
stuff.
cards.
Yeah.
And he goes, I gotta get here, man. He's like, I get a pack for $2. I sell them for $25 each. He's like, I'm gonna make $450 tomorrow. And I go,
Ew.
that's cool. And I looked at him. I go, I just right to his face. I was like, I respect your hustle, man. I was like, but to be honest with you, I was like, everybody that comes to these stores hate people like you. That's exactly what I said.
and that's the Donnie I know and love.
I'm glad
was
you
like,
said
what?
that. What did he say?
I was like, dude, everybody hates scalpers. Like you're here to game. Like we all come here to buy these things that
To
you're
enjoy them.
scalping. He tried to explain to me that it's not scalping because he lists them at auction for $1 and that it's selling for the value it's supposed to be at 5 times whatever it costs or whatever. But
Good
here's
lord.
the silver lining. The girl that runs the store absolutely loved that comment. She died laughing.
Well, yeah. It's like that's like what she probably always wants to say all the
I
time.
was like, dude, I was like, we hate people like you. It's like, this is terrible, man. Why are you doing this?
And now little
Um,
Billy, the 7-year-old, won't be able to get his Pokemon cards that he wants because of him.
So she gave me my Donkey Kong and my barrel, and I just talked to her. I go, hey, what happened? Like, I am somewhat bummed. I got my new 3DS at this store. I got my Nintendo Classic at this store. This has been my store since I moved here. I really liked it. It was small. It was stuck in the corner of this like shopping mall. So it's like very low traffic. The lines were never long. Like
why it
oftentimes,
closed.
I know that's why it closed, but it's been open for like 10 years. And I go, I didn't get a phone call. Nobody told me anything. And she goes, oh, this all happened this week. She goes, they've closed 4 stores in our region with a week's notice. I was like, holy yeah. I don't know if maybe it's just a me, maybe it's just a region, maybe it's a Georgia thing, or maybe it's
No, I mean this is happening. All the GameStops are closing down. Did you hear about Party City? They opened up a franchise and then closed it in the same week because
Really?
they shuttered them all. Yeah,
Oh,
Party
man.
City's closing up, and what is it? Big Lots closing up. Just a couple-
everything is.
So I'm bummed
that's
because
a
I
shame,
have
'cause it'd
this.
be nice if you could get some of the swag from there or something, you know.
I have this. Well, it's gone. Like it's
Yeah.
literally a
Yeah.
white room. I have this Switch stash of credit that I was planning on ordering at my GameStop. And the problem is the GameStop that's near me kind of sucks. The manager's rude. Like I've had run-ins. I don't even like going there. So now I'm thinking of just buying it somewhere else and just using my credit for games and stuff. So kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Or maybe I go to this girl's store. It's like a longer drive, but she was cool. We talked. I showed her my Japanese N64, and we talked for 20.
She wasn't
30
annoyed
minutes.
and creeped out by you like she was the other guy.
I think she was very happy that I like interrupted
That
and
you
just
were
got
normal.
in front of the other guy and just made him stop talking.
Good. I
You didn't-
respect it. I love that.
You didn't throw out a podcast invite or anything, and just
No, not
kept
this
it- kept
time.
it
No.
transactional.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
unlike you.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know. Last time you hit it off with a really cool girl at a GameStop, she ended up being a podcaster.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
So what's your
I
microphone
often-
set up like at home?
Yeah. I often go into stores and meet cool girls and invite them on my podcast.
Hey, it worked with Rebecca.
What do you know about the Delvin Cox
That's
Talking
experience,
about
baby?
Caro. You
I
didn't
know
meet
what
me
you're
at
talking
GameStop.
about. I'm just saying it does work. Don't hate the game. It does work. I'm batting 2 for 2, man.
That's a good point. That is a good point. That is a very good point.
So, yeah, fun story. But we can get back on track now if you want.
Well, thank you for being the voice of reason for all of us little people out there that haven't had the opportunity.
I said it in a
Yeah.
joking way. It wasn't antagonistic. It was more of
No.
it was a mockumentary type of
I would have
thing,
100% called him a loser.
That's kind of what. Yeah, he had a tracksuit on.
Ew.
Like
he have
it's
gold-
what you think.
did he have a
It's
gold
what you
chain?
think. No chain, but had the tracksuit on, white t-shirt, gym guy. You know, gym bro.
Did he smell
Kinda
like
greasy.
failure?
No, actually, he had a really nice truck.
From
So-
selling all those Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
You're
that's
not
right.
lying. So he'll be there tomorrow. He'll be there at 10. I'll be waiting in the bar. I'll be here.
Great.
She told him, she's like, we don't get boosters. He's like, I'm buy the whole box. I'm buy them all. I was like, Jesus Christ, man.
Wish you could blacklist people like that.
I told him, I was like, I couldn't get Pokemon Classic for like a year and a half because of people like you. I was
What did he
like-
say?
He goes, oh, I had like 6 of them, bro. You want my number? I was like, no,
No.
I'm good.
You should.
I'm good.
I can't say what I want to say because I get thrown off the internet.
But I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, my GameStop's gone.
Hope something bad happens
Sorry
to
to
him.
hear that. I know that's very.
It's kind of a bummer. Yeah. I didn't go there all
Let
the
it-
time, but it's a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have one of my 2 that are stones throw away.
Yeah.
All my big lots are going away.
Mm.
That sucks. Can't buy like sheets and shit.
Okay.
All right. Let's.
That's a store opportunity.
Johnny,
Sheets
get
and
Rebecca,
shit.
let's get
us
a
through
move on.
the news. Go quick on these stupid little headlines, and then let's talk about
Wow,
the
the
meat of it
stupid.
so that we can get to
All
the
right,
question.
so yeah, Monday started off with a bang. Nate the Hate said Switch 2 was coming. He didn't say it was coming this week. He didn't say imminently. He said it's coming Thursday. And that's exactly what happened. We got the trailer
Nate, we
today, as
trust.
we've already mentioned. The reason that I say that is I want to also say this. That's not the only thing that he said is coming. Nate the Hate mentioned a prolonged window of Switch support for Switch 1, mentioned specific games as predictions. Kirby Planet Robobot, Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War, Metroid Prime 2, and F-Zero GX. So, Switch 1 owners, if you're like, I don't want to upgrade, you still have games coming, apparently.
That's cool.
They're going to continue NSO support. Lots of third-party games are coming. And MVG, who does that engine for Limited Run and is doing the Clock Tower and all that, he says that they have at least 18 months of development for Switch 1 currently in pipeline from here out. So Limited Run's still gonna be bringing those indie games to Switch for at least a year or two, probably more. I imagine like the indie devs are just gonna release all their games on
Yeah.
Switch 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Because why
Makes
not?
sense, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
You get the biggest audience by doing that.
Nate says he's thinking a May or June release. He drops PAX in May as a time that Nintendo could hold an event or have some sort of hands-on presentation. He says that Ubisoft is bringing Assassin's Creed Mirage and has a half a dozen games in development for Switch 2. He dropped The Division, Siege, and a Mario Rabbids collection, which I never thought of, but I think that makes a lot of sense. You definitely think Ubisoft wants to try and double dip on that and
Sure.
get more money out of that development because apparently the second one didn't do very well. This one got me excited. He dropped that Metal Gear Solid Delta might be coming to Switch 2.
That's
And
dope.
like a day and date game. And if that's the case, that's where I'll play it. That's awesome. I'd like that very much. So, on to the Switch trailer. After mini refreshes, hoping for acknowledgement last night, we did not get one. And the trailer dropped this morning. It said, I wrote 11 a.m. I don't think this is 8 a.m.
8
Right?
a.m., yep.
It has already been viewed 11 million times today and is the number one trending video on YouTube.
Good.
It began with a render, and for those of you joining us live, we can talk as it plays.
Ooh.
Um,
Let's go. Fancy.
so we saw the console pop up and get big and all that. We see the console spin around. The Joy-Cons then clip into some grip-looking like accessories, and they do their little zoomy map thing around what I guess the floor, the table, whatever this is, the space. And it pops into a sizzle reel of quick cuts of the console where we get quick glimpses of Mario Kart. Back and Pat is reiterating, they talk about having Switch experiences and a Switch Direct coming. So that's about what's about to play on the screen. What are your guys'
Like
thoughts?
they show it getting bigger.
Yeah.
I feel like that's very clearly designed to show that it's not the same Switch.
No C button.
Right. The C button's not there, and I'm really interested to see if what the quote unquote leaks we've seen regarding that are what they are.
Wait, there's
Share-
a C button, isn't there?
There's a
It's
button.
there,
It's
but
not
yeah.
labeled C.
It's not labeled.
Unlabeled. Yeah. Jason, tell the great people what that current rumor is.
I saw the take on this that those are mouse tails now. Get it?
Yeah,
With
the mouse. The mouse thing is so cool.
Yeah. So I guess the rumor is that the whole C button is for Campus. I believe is what I don't know if that's a code name or like the final product, but it's essentially like the next social hub. For Switch 2, which is going to support game chat. Will be in console game chat, and then also it was like a essentially party chat for like up to 12, if I remember right from the
NSO
thing
members.
I shared. Yeah, so
That's what I heard. Right? It's NSO. You have to be an NSO member to take
Yes.
advantage of this
12
campus sort of
NSO
thing.
subscribers with screen sharing.
Screen sharing.
Dope.
it's like you start off in Miiverse and then you go off to college and on campus.
Oh, that's cute. I kind of like that idea, campus. That's kind of like.
I mean, it
maybe a
sounds
so-
like
a
right. It
social
sounds
media,
plausible. It
maybe.
sounds like something that would.
It's the
Capture
best. I
Nintendo.
mean, I think it's the best thing that I've heard so far. It's the best guess I've heard.
What
Yeah.
if they, how Miiverse was tied into games like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on the Wii U because of like the things like the Tingle bottles? What if like
Mhm.
they waited to release those on the Switch 2 to tie into Campus somehow?
Ooh.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
That'd be really cool, actually.
I'd like that a lot, actually. They announced a wave of Switch 2 experiences. New York in April 4th through the 6th, LA 11th through the 13th, Dallas 25 through the 27th. You have to have a Nintendo account to reserve a ticket. There are also global events happening. I'm going to read all of those: Paris, London, Hong Kong, all the other things. So if you're in one of these cities in the States, you can go hands-on with the Switch 2 ahead of release.
I don't even want to imagine what that is going to be like. No, thank you.
Response to the trailer, at least financially, has been very positive as their share prices rose to a 52-week high. And
I
then
believe it.
to reiterate, Bloomberg said that Nintendo's pipeline for Switch 2 is looking at 20 million units in year one,
I think they'll
which
do
would
it.
be awesome. That would be excellent.
Glad they're making money.
a couple of things I want to shout out from just that trailer and the shot of the console. There's a lot of people talking about that pin connector. When you pull the Joy-Con out, there is a connector, a male connector inside the railing, I guess is what we'll call it, the housing,
the recess,
the gap, recess. I know I saw Josh in the Discord, and I've seen several people since. That gives a lot of people a lot of concern. They're like, what if it bends? What if it breaks?
How would it?
That's kind of what I was wondering. I think the idea is like maybe you try to insert a Joy-Con, but it's not lined up correctly. Maybe you could like it was off. Like
I think the magnet will prevent that because you don't need to line it up or force it. The magnet's going to just click it on.
Kind of guide it.
Yeah, I don't know. I also think on the Joy-Con there's like an edge to it that fills that cavity. So like I don't think you can twist or bend it while it's in there like that.
I don't think so. I doubt it.
So misalignment probably not.
I would be shocked if Nintendo made something and that was a fail point, because like their whole engineering process is to not have things like they know that their products are made targeting children. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe that pin connector had like some give or it moved. Like there's probably something. Or maybe the recess in the Joy-Con is bigger than that or something. Like, I feel like there's probably some room to play with something like that to make sure that it's not a problem.
I agree. I'm not worried.
Yeah. So anything else you guys want to say about the trailer?
It looks very sleek. I almost
what do you think of the colors?
That it was a new the colors. Oh, I like it. I like that it's black and not gray, and I really like the accent rather than just have the full Joy-Con.
Yeah, the accent's a nice touch for sure.
It's great. I like it.
I think it's
great. I like it because the Switch launched with the neon and the gray, and this is like all of it. Yeah. Right.
Well, that we know of so far.
Yeah.
There's rumors.
Day one edition.
Yeah.
I like the dock. I like the rounded. They refined that. Like the first one's very edgy, and now we've got the smooth, the curves.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
looks more elegant.
It does. It looks like I remember when we took the Switch out of the box on launch day. After having spent a couple of years with the Wii U gamepad, I was so impressed with how just like sleek and like it didn't feel like a toy like the Wii U gamepad did. And I have a feeling we're gonna feel
goddamn right
that we're gonna feel the same way taking the Switch 2 out of the box. We're gonna be like, wow, the Switch 1 feels like such a child's toy. It doesn't feel as sleek and like nice. I just feel like we're gonna have that same reaction.
It does have a premium look to it that this one didn't have. It looks like a premium consumer electronic. This is gonna be really weird to say, and I feel like I have to see it in person before I can really make a definitive statement. Is anybody else weirded out that when you put the Joy-Cons in the console or in the grip, you can see the sliver of color in the line? That it doesn't like close fully?
I think that's meant to be because it's supposed to be like an accent.
When I see it, I'm like, that's weird. It's like it's almost not in all the way.
Yeah, like a little steam.
I didn't think about that until you said that. Yeah.
I think it.
You know how I am with colors and design. I was like, this is odd. Why is it like this?
Get your Toy Story meme ready, Rebecca.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
There we go.
There's a lot of talk. I saw a lot of talk today in the Discord about the bezels. We got Switch 1 bezels.
I saw,
on Switch 2.
Anybody?
We don't have OLED, we think. I mean, it doesn't look like OLED. And we have the return of the bezel.
But it's bigger. The screen is bigger, though.
It is bigger. Yeah, the whole thing is bigger. Correct. But people just hate bezels, period. like they don't want any bezels, let alone big bezels.
Whatever.
They'll be all right.
So
they're going to buy it anyway.
Yeah. That's true. They're going to buy it anyway. 100%.
I mean,
I'm more upset about the non-OLED than about.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer, but
we're going to get the battery model. We're going to get the OLED model. We're going to get the light model. We're all going to buy 4 or 5 of these by the time another decade passes. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to mention. I should have done notes. I didn't do notes. I didn't have time.
No, I'm
No.
I'm interested in like if that whole like what are the uses and like how the whole mouse functionality. Like, are we gonna have someone release like an actual mouse for, the Switch at that point? Or
A
something like
a
that,
Logitech
Like
Switch mouse.
third party.
That's crazy. I want a trackball. I
Well,
need an ergonomic.
I would say
Mario
it's pretty-
Paint, Mario Paint coming back.
Mario- I think it's pretty likely that it has something to do, or that campus will have functionality with it, right? That if this is supposed to be like a social hub, like a type of, you can probably
yeah.
scroll. I don't know how you would maybe not scroll, but like
Yeah.
you would use it to like navigate easier, maybe.
Probably.
God forbid if they ever add mouse functionality to games like Splatoon, it's over for all of us.
I think that's happening. I mean, I would imagine that that's happening. I figure that'd be a big point.
Yeah,
of why they're
Metroid
doing
have mouse support.
Metroid, yeah. The reaction to this, I think, was like mostly mixed. I think a lot of people are relieved to see it. I think generally people like it. There's a lot of talk about it just being a Switch. I commented on some of that, especially from like I guess the traditional like media journal personalities.
Yeah. It's the downfall
What
of downfall of the industry. We're just iterating on something else now.
What
Yeah,
they wanted it to be, a fucking pizza?
So it's, I mean, I just wanted to bring it up because it's probably going to be talked about, and I think it's worth addressing because like I get the notion, I honestly do.
Yeah.
The idea is like, hey, we've lost all creativity. We just keep
Right.
doing the same thing over and over again. But I also think it's disingenuous because you're like, we've lost all creativity, and it's like VR is right there, like it's happening right now.
And motherfuckers don't buy it.
Like cloud is happening right now. It's happening right now. Like there's
I'm
a
not
lot of.
interested in VR. I'm interested in cool
But
mouse
so-
thing.
So that's the point, right? It's like
Yeah.
we want innovation. It's like there's innovation, but you're just not interested in it. So
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
do you want innovation or do you want Nintendo innovation?
Nintendo innovation.
Here's the other part of it. For years during the Switch, especially when it was clearly a juggernaut, these same people we've been hearing about, like Nintendo's going to screw it up. They're going to do some Wii U thing. They're going to do some
Right.
3D thing. They're going to do some Wii thing because they always change. They always
Yes,
do. It's not going to be back
exactly.
compat. Like we were like fear-mongered about this for years. And then everybody's like, I just want what? A better
Better Switch.
Switch.
Mhm.
And then here is them giving us exactly what we said we wanted, and their response is,
Yeah.
I can't believe this is all Nintendo has for us.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are we it's
for
a
the sake of
double-edged.
having that differing opinion, right? I mean,
Yeah, they're damned if they do and damned if they don't.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious, like, just on some of the. I'm not gonna, mention names or anything like that, but just some of the opinions I had. Like, are any of you disappointed that all we got was just this 2-minute clip, right? Like,
I
this
am.
was fizzled.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I am.
okay. I'm not disappointed that we got this 2-minute clip. I'm disappointed that we have to wait until April to hear more.
Sure, I wanted more today. I was hoping for more.
Like, I
I'm
mean,
not-
there's
I don't-
people
I don't
that
think
it's like,
disappointed
this
might
makes
be a
me less
strong
excited,
word.
or
Donnie,
this
would
is-
you-
How could they do this? This was
would you-
stupid.
Would you have felt that way if absolutely nothing leaked and this was like
I
totally
think
brand new information?
I think it's a really good question. It's hard to answer because
Mhm.
obviously it did, but that is a good question. If nothing had happened,
Yeah.
and we got this today, I think there'd be a little bit more enthusiasm,
Sure.
like a little bit. I also still think I would be like, that's it. I'm still was expecting the Karen trailer. Like I was still kind of like, show me. I honestly had this picture in my head that we would get a trailer of somebody using the Switch. We'd get a glimpse of 4 or 5 games and an announcement for something to happen later. So I think that would still be true, but I want to be clear. Disappointment might be a strong word. I just had hope for more. I liked what I saw today. Of course I did. I can't wait to pre-order. I wanted to pre-order it today. Like that's why I was hopeful. I wanted to pre-order it now.
Yeah.
I drove all the way to pick up my award and back with my GameStop gift card in the car with hopes that on the way back I could swing by and pre-order. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I think I saw you. Was it? Didn't you ask Jeff too? I think you said we're going to be able to pre-order.
are we going to be able to pre-order? Yeah, because like I have memories of E3 announcements and system announcements where like GameStop, they'll start once that price is confirmed, GameStop takes orders
Yeah.
whether the company wants them to or not.
Yep.
They just start taking them.
Yep.
So
I think it was
Yeah.
Tony Baker. I saw posted. It's like 70. Like we got 75 days. So it was like something around there between now and.
yeah, it's not going to be that long. It's not. I mean, it feels long, but it's not going to be
I
that
don't know.
long. It'll be
Yeah,
I
fine.
don't
I
know.
know.
But
If that means that it'll be less of a wait from when the full trailer is to when I have it in my hands,
Yeah.
maybe I prefer that actually.
It's-
You
I think
know,
that's
they
what
could
it's
do
gonna
the
be.
full presentation and then it's like, oh, we have to wait until June to get it. Whereas like when we get it in April, it's like, oh, we only have to wait until June to get it. I don't know.
without, it's not like this is going to be the only news until then. We had this thing leak constantly. You think that's over? It's not over. We're gonna get
Software
people.
next.
We're gonna get people talking about games, maybe announcements of games. Like it's not over. It's gonna keep going. So I'm perfectly. I'm
what's at the
fine.
next Genki booth? What's up next? What do we
I'm
got?
whelmed. I'm
No.
whelmed by the trailer. It's just whelmed. You know. And I still think there's a lot of intrigue. We still don't know. We don't know what that button does. We don't know how
Mhm.
this mouse is going to be deployed. There's a lot of intrigue. And that was my point earlier to Danny and the others to think that it's like the innovation is in the software. You're
Mhm.
like, oh man, games are the same thing. Did you play Labo? Did you grab a Ring Fit? Like
Nope.
the shit was innovating. It was very different. You know,
Yeah.
like, you know, there's a lot that can be done, even if it's literally the same thing.
I'm ready
So-
I'm ready to see the power of upscaling. You know, I'm really excited to see what
Sure.
they do with the
Sure.
hardware and what the software we get. Especially now, they've proven themselves over the past 7, nearly 8 years. Like, so hopefully, like, you know, we're gonna have that additional third-party support out of the gate that we didn't have
Right.
on Switch, and it's, you know, maybe you'll get to actually play a football game. You know,
That'd
on
be
Switch
great.
this year,
I'd
you
love
know?
it,
I don't
right?
know.
College Football 26. They started their marketing today. Bad day to start it on, but they did. There's a handful of games that started marketing today, and it's like, read the room, guys.
Yeah.
Cut it back a day.
I agree
okay.
with what XBX just said. Third party games, you know, I feel like this was announced now so that third parties can like start announcing what they want to announce for the Switch 2. Well,
Yeah.
I think we'll see that over the next
And
few
more
months.
accessories too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Now the
Now the floodgate is open, and people can actually talk about what they're working on.
Yeah.
You know, so who
kind of
knows? Like,
dongle you got coming out.
yeah.
I think it's gonna be cool if college football comes out on Switch and they have just Joy-Cons for every school.
That's
Shit like
definitely
that.
not going to happen.
That
But
would be
Again,
amazing. That would be
decals.
really cool.
Decals, maybe.
Oh.
I can see decals, but not
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, some of the schools suck. I can't do it.
Is this the end of the Switch Online app? Do we have to finally get rid of that off our phones? Do we get another?
Mm.
Do we get another Squid?
We get the campus
Adapter.
app.
The campus app. Yeah,
Campus
Ooh,
companion app.
I like it.
the campus directory.
I don't think I want that on my phone. That sounds like a problem.
All right, let me read a couple of these news stories so we can get at least Rebecca in on a couple of these questions before she has to bounce. So long story short, IQ, a developer that helps Nintendo do a lot of virtual console stuff in the past. They got hacked and they had a lot of emails, which essentially confirmed that back in 2015, Nintendo was looking at making virtual console for Switch, and at some point along the way, they transitioned to the service, which we now know as Nintendo Switch Online. It seems like the reason that they wanted to do that was Nintendo was abundantly aware of how much trash talk they get from making people buy the same game over and over again. So that was a part of their decision making to go service. We're not going to make you buy the games again. We'll just put it on a service. You subscribe. It's interesting. A lot of the games that we know were planned for virtual console. It had a lot of cool functionalities like CRT modes. It would have a boot screen animation, like a TV screen animation. If you turned on the CRT filter, it would like static out like a TV, which I think is really awesome. It also, they had plans for online net play, even as a virtual console.
Okay.
So the only real point, because this is old news now, especially if the trailer just came out, but I think there's a point to ask here. Do you miss virtual console? Would you have rather had virtual console than NSO?
No,
Yes, I would have.
not me. I'm not
mean,
going
I-
to buy a $6 Excite Bike or a $6
How
Pilot
dare
Wing.
you? I just bought a $36 and it's amazing, Rebecca.
Or
I think now we're
$6
used
Ninja
to the a la
Gaiden,
carte.
you know,
just,
because
I don't-
there's quite literally hundreds of these old games that I had never played before, and I'm not going to be spending hundreds of dollars to try them out for 20 minutes. But I do like the Switch Online that I can try and be like, that's not for me, or I try it and I'm like, I really like this.
I like
get
that we
people
can.
wanting to own it, whatever. Not me.
I like that we can pair up in groups.
Yeah.
You couldn't have done that with Virtual Console.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rumors going around right now that NSO Virtual Console is probably likely to see a price hike, which means I need one of y'all's family group to open up a spot for me because I'm rocking that stuff solo at the moment. It's just the point that I've said before. I think I said last week. I don't necessarily think I did a really good job of saying it at the time because I was opening boxes and dealing with dogs. One of my favorite, actually maybe my favorite thing about the Switch, and one of the reasons I'm most excited for the Switch 2, is that the Switch is a really great like legacy video game machine. It's got the Atari collection, the Capcom collection, so many Neo Geo collections, the Sega collection, NSO. It's got all of that backwards library, like dating back to the 70s, right? But it also has so much of Nintendo's history. The 64, the Super Nintendo, the remakes, the GameCube remakes, the Wii remakes, the ports, the Wii U stuff. It really is maybe, I think, the best console. Like if you wanted one console, like one ring to rule them all, to give you the most of everything,
Unmatched. It's so unmatched.
it's this. This is the one. Like even more than PC. PC has great backwards compatibility, but it's missing all of Nintendo's entire legacy, which is like half of the video game market.
You can get it on PC.
Well, don't do that. That's the amount of replies that I've seen today on like every Switch thread. There is a Garrett Bland like, why not a Steam? Like it's everywhere. It's just constant. It's like the guy at GameStop. It's like, oh my god, nobody gives a shit about your Steam Deck. Go play it instead of bothering other people about buying one. But yeah, it's one of my favorite things, and I'm happy. I'm really happy that we get backwards compatibility. They reiterated that. We didn't talk about that, but there was a mention. Not all games will be supported. There was like a somewhat bold text, like highlight.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Are they talking about Labo? Are they talking about something weird? Or are they talking about like, do games have to be recertified? Maybe they want to try to clean up the eShop. I imagine most first party and major third party things will be supported.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I think they probably had to throw that in there for legal reasons. But
Yes.
Yeah.
there remains to be seen.
Maybe
We'll have to
things
wait.
like 1-2 switch don't work if you can't roll the marbles, if it doesn't have the same technology in the Joy-Con.
Another thing I wanted to ask you guys, because it just dawned on me. I don't even have a Joy. Do the new Joy-Cons have like that camera IR sensor on it on the bottom?
I think
Like
there's
the
one
Labo?
there's a sensor on the inside for the mouse.
Let's see here. I was
Yeah,
thinking
I'm
about
not
it
sure on that.
after. See if
Yeah.
we can scrub through this real quick. Show me a Joy-Con. All right, here's the Joy-Con. Is that it?
Yeah, it looks like that.
Well,
looks
wait,
like
wouldn't it be? It would be on the top though, right?
It looks plastic though. Like that
Yeah.
doesn't look like a camera
No.
Yeah.
Looking right
or a
now.
sensor.
Unless it's just not in this render of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like
Yeah, because
something's
we don't
there.
even know if this
Like
is
the
real.
C button. We
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
We
you're right.
assume
You're
that
okay.
There's going to be
Okay.
the C button, but it's just not
Okay.
on the render.
Yeah, so it remains to be seen how much is backwards compatible, but I don't think they would be going out of their way to talk about how backwards compatible it is if it's going to be a problem. I guess I put it that way.
Mhm.
Like I kind of think they're going to make everybody recertify games to the new eShop and I think in a way of maybe getting some of like these trash clones and stuff.
Detoxing it.
Yeah, I kind of think maybe that's kind of why that's there. That'd be my guess. I think it's more of that than like Labo.
Wait, people in chat are saying they see the camera at the bottom.
Yeah. I really saw a space for it.
Yeah.
This is a cool story. A Better eShop, which is a page that you can find on Nintendo Life, launched yesterday. It looks like the eShop. It's a website you can go to. It's like Deku Deals. It looks like the eShop. It even has music. And what they have is they've built an eShop that has filters pre-built for you that you can turn things on and off. Like it has a mobile game filter. It has like clone game. It just hides all of that junk. And then you can
Dude, that's
sort through their
good.
categories and then you could just link out and buy your game there. They said they're working on accounts and wish list synchronization.
Oh my god.
That's
coming.
good. I will
It's-
use this.
I'm
Yeah, it's
surprised
really nice.
they didn't have it that they have it nested under their main URL. I'm surprised they didn't have it just on its own
Sure. Yeah.
direct URL instead of your nintendolife.com/eShop.
When I first saw
That
it,
is
my
a good
ini-
URL, and it's right on their homepage too, and like highlighted.
it'll drive traffic. You know,
I did
that'll
not
help them
catch
with
that.
their
I'm glad you mentioned
advertisers
that about
and
the music.
stuff.
I did not catch that earlier today.
And it has a dark mode, has a light and dark
Yeah,
mode
yeah.
and music. When I first saw it, I was like, that's cool, but I use DQ deals. And then I went and scrolled it and I was like, maybe I don't use DQ deals for long. Like, you know,
So
like-
you can buy games from this.
well, it links you to the eShop. So you click the button, it takes you to that page.
Yeah,
You can
takes
buy
you
it on
to
the Nintendo
yeah, it takes you to
website.
the eShop page.
So I can't fill my cart with multiple items and buy them.
No. Maybe the Switch 2 will save us. I doubt it though. Like, I'm really not holding my breath for that one, Rebecca.
No.
Can I wish
Abelite Studios has announced that it's bringing 3 of their frictional games horror series to Switch in 2025. Soma, Amnesia Rebirth, and Amnesia the Bunker will all be getting digital and physical releases. This means that all of the Amnesia games will at last be on Switch. So Soma and all the Amnesia games are coming. And then the last one that I have before getting questions, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind just added online play.
Ooh.
So
That's
if you
good.
haven't bought it yet, now you can play it with your friends. I'm still waiting on a really good sale because I think $35 is too much.
Yes, it is.
It's $20 too much, maybe.
They fixed it now, so that's good.
Cool. I'm planning on getting it. That's one of the games I will be getting. Blade Chimera is getting good reviews too. Another game that's been completely drowned out because it launched the same day as Donkey Kong and the Switch 2 trailer. But I've been following Blade Chimera play the demo I've been talking about on Switch on Shack for a year. I want to play it. I will get to it when I'm done with Donkey Kong. And speaking of Donkey Kong, because I know we're on like so much short time, there's a lot been said about Donkey Kong. I've played through the first 2 worlds. It's great. It looks great. It's very clean. I love it. It's a great game. So
Fantastic.
let's do some questions, Rebecca, before you got to bounce.
All right. Captain Awesome starts us off saying, now that we saw it and have a date for a direct, when do you expect it to release and cost? We said June for release, right? Do we all kind of
June
feel
for
that
release.
timeline?
Yeah,
Yes.
June.
Yep.
$399.99.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
That's where I feel too.
I said last night, I would be more shocked if it's 400 than 500. I still am holding I'm reserving myself that it's going to be more than we think, but almost I think anything above 400 is going to be met with a pretty significant negative reaction. I think
Yes.
Nintendo is aware of that.
I hope so.
So I think it's 400. And what I told Delvin last night, the reason that I think it's 400 is because they're going to raise the price of games, so that'll offset it. And
Right.
I think this micro SD Express thing might be mandatory because I bet they're getting a kickback off of that.
And
'Cause
that yeah.
So yeah,
Makes sense.
We won't
Is-
complain as much if we only have to pay $3.99.
correct. But they'll get it back. They'll get it. They'll get it out of us because I think because we've seen the micro SD cards plummet. But if nobody's using that Express format, but Nintendo, that's going to keep them up. And SanDisk likes that. And Samsung likes that, and Nintendo is probably getting 10 or 15% off
Yep.
all those. So
You think we think the game price is going to go up to $69.99
70.
instead of
for first party games.
And-
You only need to get 5 games for it to you already just spent $50 more. than
and
you would've.
personally,
was
I would
Fear the
much-
only one on
yes,
Switch that was that?
I think so.
Was there not another one? I think it might.
I don't
have been
think
the
so.
one. Echoes
Yeah.
of Wisdom was 60.
60.
Okay.
So was Wonder. I would personally rather pay $500 for the console and keep game prices where it is, but I think that's like that seems to be a minority take.
Well, yeah, because I feel like the majority of people buy 1 or 2 games a year.
Yeah, I would much rather take the
Yeah.
cheaper games.
I agree, but I also know how PlayStation does it. They're like, fuck you. You're going to pay for both.
And guess what? Nintendo, they're making a lot more money off of raising the price of games than the console
They will.
because the console's a one-time sale.
Yeah.
If they're getting $10 off it, look, they just sold 50 million Animal Crossings and 60 million Mario Karts and 40 million Zeldas. If you're getting $10 more per purchase off everyone, that's a lot of money. That's hundreds of millions of dollars. So I think that's going to keep the console price down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kyle the Pug, what are your top 3 games that you want revealed as day ones on the Switch 2 release?
First and foremost, fuck you, Kyle the Pug.
There it is.
He just came to chat too, right on time.
Perfect timing.
Wait, I think we said last time. I said I think at the time I said I think it was going to be 3D Mario, Snipper Clips 2, and some kind of like tech demo-y game. But
Mhm.
I obviously I don't think that's going to happen now. I think it's going to be Mario Kart.
So what do you think it's going to be?
2.
What do you want it to be?
Oh, really? Anything?
Yeah.
Mario Kart, a new Animal Crossing game,
Nice.
brand new, and a new 3D Zelda game. Ah,
Look how her
I like
whole
it.
demeanor changed when you let her just pick whatever she wanted. She became so much happier.
Yes, she did.
it's not gonna happen. Obviously,
Now
I'll say
want,
Wind Waker. I'll say Wind Waker. I won't even say a new 3D.
since you said Wind Waker, I won't. I'll take a different road. I want to see PGA Tour 2K day one on the Switch. I want Doom: The Dark Ages day one on Switch, and I want Cyberpunk
Ooh.
day one on Switch.
Ooh.
I agree. I like those. I'm a simple man. Just give me a working WWE 2K25.
You love to
What's
see
for
it.
the- Yeah, one that actually works. For one thing, you know what? Breath of the Wild remastered. I think I would like that a lot.
Yeah,
So I can
you
finally
would.
get to
I
them.
think you are the right target person for that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so. And I know it's not going to happen, but Punch Out.
Yeah,
Man, I was really hoping you were going to take the Dark Pictures anthology bait.
Nah,
You know,
I don't want to.
Detective
anger-
Pikachu 3.
get excited.
We fixed it.
Jason,
Cool.
I'm sorry, I was interrupted by child, so I had
It's
to.
okay.
how dare you?
I know. I'm not
Yes.
used to podcasting now, where he's independent and can move by himself and interrupt things now. And
How dare you procreate, Jason?
Top 3 games you want to see
Tell
revealed
me-
day one of the
you should
Switch
have told me that
release.
7 years ago, Delvin. When did you
Yeah.
set me up for failure?
Top
Top 3, got to have Star Fox.
My
we gotta
man.
three. We're
have,
due.
Love
We're
it.
overdue.
Yeah, we are.
I mean, I would have bought into the Mario prior to this, but I'm happy for a cart to come back. And then gosh, I feel like we're probably just gonna get another. I feel like I don't know how you improve upon Smash Ultimate, so I don't know how we ever get it, like what that next version of Smash Brothers is gonna end up even being. So I'm gonna go with, I want like another like that party-esque game that is it part tech demo, but not something like Nintendo Land, but just something like that that's fun, that's like just a cool, here's the experiences, or I don't know, something similar to that. A Wii Sports Nintendo Land type title
Love it.
that we get at
Nintendo
early
Land 2.
launch stuff.
Ship it.
Wii Sports Resort Remastered.
Yes, I like it.
Book it.
Very good. Smokeless Joe, question for the show. Do you think we get a Smash Bros. Ultimate Deluxe with a new set of DLC characters on Switch 2? Jesus Christ, I hope not.
Yes.
I'm done. I'm done with that. I don't.
What are
I'm
they
so
gonna
done
do?
with it's so,
What else
it's so
are-
much.
would they
Smash
do?
Ultimate Definitive
much.
Edition. Everyone is here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pro
It's just
Plus.
all the
What
things.
a-
Great,
but what-
I would be
what are
fine
they
with
gonna
that.
do
I
with
don't want a
Smash?
new set of DLC characters.
Yeah, I don't.
Let it rest.
I don't know
Right?
how you iterate upon that.
I don't think you need a new
further.
set, but I think you could do one new character for the Switch 2 version.
Waluigi.
What's like well, I mean, no, because like all the games that are like everybody's talking about Final Fantasy VII, we already got Cloud. Like, is there a big new game that could come to Switch 2 that couldn't come to Switch 1 that they could take that character and put them in Smash? And then
Arthur Morgan.
they bundle
Yes.
all that up and then they release it. It's all
Yes.
one thing, $70.
Master Chief.
That's what I was going to say.
Chief. Yeah,
Master Chief.
literally that's it.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
If Xbox is really going to do Halo on Switch 2, if that's a real thing, Chief and Smash $70, redo it.
Dude, could
And you force people to buy the game again to complete the roster.
Yeah.
No
Chief.
upgrade.
Holy shit.
No Switch 1 DLC update. No. You need Switch 2 Smash Ultimate to play as Halo, to play as Master
Oh,
Chief.
that is diabolical.
And it would sell like fucking hotcakes.
Yep.
nobody, like, people would bitch as they pull out their credit card and swipe it. Like, Nintendo eat all that money. I think that's brilliant, actually.
Just like everyone that bitched about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and then just bought it.
100%. Like, it bought it in droves. Its attach rate's like 1 out of 2.
Mhm.
Good news. I just got a 30-minute extension.
Nice. Yeah.
One of my
But
friends.
the Halo is a. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Master
That's
Chief would be it.
literally, that is like the way to make a shit ton of money and sell consoles and DLC and
Do you imagine the trailer?
and
John Halo.
Xboxes.
You imagine the trailer? He looks at the visor and you get the Smash logo. Like,
Yep.
oh man.
God.
Oh man. That's crazy good.
Yeah, that is probably
Phil.
like the best idea as far as like video game ideas that I've heard ever.
Yeah.
Edgardo asks us, Mario Kart was already shown on the trailer today, which we like didn't even really talk about yet. Maybe we should. Do we get more questions about Mario Kart?
Should we?
I don't remember. I think there's-
A
I
couple
think there's
down. Do
one
we
in
think
there.
Mario Kart is launch title? We'll talk about it then. Edgardo asks us, what other games completely new and only for the Switch 2 would you like to see upon launch?
Astral Chain 2.
Ooh, good
Ooh.
one. Jason, you said Star Fox.
I said Star
Oh,
Fox.
Star Fox for sure. Yeah.
I would go back to Dinosaur Planet. Give me another. Why not? Although I
What
don't
are we
know.
due for?
You know what? I'm gonna think outside the box. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's bring it back.
Wait, I have a good one. If we're not getting a 3D Mario at launch, could we get a Yoshi game at launch?
See, I think we might get a. I was thinking of Luigi.
Luigi. This would be such a good time to do that.
It's like you can't do Mario and Kart. I've been seeing a lot of people that are like, going with 3D Mario and a kart at the same
It's
time.
Too much. It's too much.
I think that's too much, but a Luigi complements that really well. You have Luigi's Mansion and Mario Kart and a Metroid or something, and you're off to the races. You got 3D Mario coming in 6 months. You line up another thing, a Zelda port, like fucking you are off. You've got a great kickstart.
Yeah.
That might be too much prime time for Luigi's Mansion 4, but I think Luigi's Mansion 3 earned that opportunity. Like it's earned a chance.
Or maybe Captain Toad.
Yeah, it could be
Actually-
Yoshi. It could be you could get Yoshi. I'm not dismissing that.
I mean, it's
that
been
at
a
all.
hot minute since we've had a new Yoshi game.
It's been a while. It's been-
2018.
yeah. But even then, Luigi's Mansion 3, I think sold better than it's ever sold, and it's been a few years since that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could
Well, we
see
did
that
just
being ready.
have Luigi's Mansion 2 HD plus unique, whatever it's called. Okay, stay with me here. Nintendogs, where you can take the dog in the Joy-Con in your pocket out for real life walks, because it's a pedometer.
Oh, that's neat.
I don't want to walk my real dog.
Mm.
Let's-
Delvin said no.
let's-
No, I want. I would love Animal Crossing. That's obviously not going to happen. But I think those other answers are really good ones.
I think Animal Crossing is the perfect year 2 game.
yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
I
Let
agree.
them get through launch and get everything. That like maybe that
Get up.
And
spring
through
direct,
the
that summer
growing
direct.
pains, Yep.
They announce it comes up the fall after. Yeah.
Yep. And it'll give the casuals time to like get ready to buy it too.
Gives them a chance to build an install base to sell it to.
Yeah.
Sure.
XBS asks us, which game would you pay full price to get an upgraded Switch 2 port, even with back compatibility?
Do it, Delvin.
Backwards compatibility. Breath of the Wild.
That's it. That's the
Yeah.
answer.
Breath of the Wild.
I
That's the
think
one.
the only game I would double dip on for that purpose is a Zelda game.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
I don't
same.
see myself doing it for anything else. And it would just really be for the collection for me. And for like further replays.
I think that's the only way I could replay that game. Either of those at this point is for that improved performance or experience.
I could just
you know?
imagine it's got so much more like fauna and vegetation, and it's full and it's 60 frames, and it's I'm like, fuck. Yeah, here's another $70 Nintendo share.
That's perfect one to do
You
it
know,
with.
a special edition Joy-Con or a controller or something. I'm like, yeah, I'm all in. You got me.
We like to throw definitive edition on everything, so there you go. You can get the
Yeah.
definitive edition.
They
now
will.
with,
I think we will see.
now
a lot
with
of
non-laggy shadows.
that.
Right.
We will see a lot of that.
Korok first runs now.
Gamer Guy Lou says, now that we've seen the design of the Nintendo Switch 2, I like that that little acronym, by the way, NS2. Is that how we're going to be doing it? NS2?
Oh, I don't know. I've been doing S2.
I kind of
haven't
like
done one yet.
NS2. I like that. I vote
That's a
that's
good
what
one.
we do. The PS2 and the NS2, right?
Hmm.
You don't say the P2 for PlayStation 2. Say
don't
the
I mean,
think
I
PS2.
don't.
sounds right. That's
But
not-
do you always call it the Nintendo Switch? I always call it the Switch.
Yeah, but
Nobody calls it the 2. It's the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
I vote for NS2. Anyway, he asked us, what is your dream themed NS2 looking like? And
Oh.
when do you think we'll see the first themed models?
Yeah, it's gold. Like this. And I'll buy it. That's it. It's very easy. Like I'm a simple man of simple pleasures. Gold consoles with Zelda stuff on it, and I'm all in.
I just want something besides color, like a little more like kind of what we got with the Animal Crossing one, or even a little bit with the Tears of the
pastels.
Kingdom. Something that's just a little more than just like how boring was
You
that
want a
Mario?
design.
Yeah, how boring was that
Yeah.
Mario edition? Here's a red
I have that.
Switch.
I have that one.
Like no,
I love that
want
one.
I just
I
don't
have
like
that
when
one.
they do the gaudy design.
You fucker have that one. That's my. I have that
That's your
Switch.
problem. That's your fault.
Personally, I like it, Donnie. I don't like the ones with the like really gaudy type of like the sword and shield.
The Fortnite one and the Pokemon ones
Yeah.
were kind of bad.
Pokemon ones were ugly.
Yeah.
So ugly. Like I don't
Or
like
were-
when it's like
The Pikachu and
just, like,
Eevee
a
one was
design just
okay.
for the sake of a
It was all
design.
kind of boring, but was
Yeah.
okay.
But then
But
when
the
everything's-
other Pokemon
everything- the
ones are
design's
kind of
just
ugly.
The etching on the back, it's like
The Animal Crossing one is legit amazing.
I like the Animal Crossing one a
Yeah.
lot.
But I have the Mario Red OLED. I love that it has like the hidden iconography on the dock behind it. Like it's just like a really neat like little, like we get
Yeah.
these things every so often where like a controller, like they hide a message under the thumbstick or in the case. I think that stuff's cool.
I would like something with the throwback color scheme to either like the OG NES or even the
Oh, of
Super
course.
NES.
Yeah,
It's
that
just-
That'd be
nostalgia.
cool.
Yeah,
We get the PlayStation 30th anniversary edition of the
Exactly,
Switch thing.
something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
good stuff.
Yeah, looks like an
I love that.
NES, yeah.
I want something that is like a pastel rainbow, like a gradient rainbow. It would be very
Unicorn. Switch Unicorn edition.
Galaxy Edition, baby, bring it back. Let's go.
Galaxy.
Oh, man.
Yes.
I made so much fun of that when it came out. People love that thing.
Yeah.
That 3DS.
You don't like it?
There was like they just put space on it. Like there's nothing to it. They like
It's
they went
amazing.
they went and grabbed a JPEG and they put it on the thing and they were like, "We fucking did it, guys." That was like, why are they
like it.
selling this?
I like
Yeah.
it. That's
Like
one of
that
my
sticker
favorites.
There's nothing
sticker
Nintendo
skin
about
site.
it. They didn't
No,
even
whatever.
put
I
like
don't care.
Galaxy
No,
or Rosalina on it.
wrong.
Like
You're
they were
so
like,
wrong.
it's,
that would have ruined it. That would have ruined it.
it's just this pic. Like, what? Okay, so by that measure, they could like take a picture of the sun or a river. Like
Yeah.
they just have like a picture of a car and they put it
No,
on top
Nebula
of the
edition.
3DS.
They couldn't because
Yes.
people like the space aesthetic. They don't like the car aesthetic.
I don't know these
or the
people.
sun aesthetic.
I don't know these people.
I
I
love
don't know
when-
the
I love
people
when
that
we
like
get
the
that,
space
Tony.
aesthetic.
They don't like the sun aesthetic, Donnie.
People who watched
I'm a boomer.
Cosmos with Carl Sagan in the 80s.
Yeah,
I-
Donnie. You
Yeah.
didn't watch Cosmos?
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
I made fun of it then, and I will make fun of it now. She doesn't scare me.
Whatever.
Scares me.
Shit was weird.
Let's talk
It was
about
so
Mario
weird. It was
Kart.
like Fire Emblem, Zelda, Mario, in space.
And it was great. It was wonderful,
I liked that it's
actually.
purple. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, that's cool, but like, it's
Yeah.
weird.
That's space.
It'd be funny if they like came out of there like trees,
The
like
greatest
Yeah, and
Nintendo
that would be
character,
great.
Space.
That would
the
be wonderful.
3DS XL Forest Edition,
Yeah.
the Beach Edition.
I regret though I didn't buy one though. I wish I had one.
I regret I but didn't. I want that Samus 3DS XL. I miss it.
That was
Good
good.
one.
It was really good.
I want to talk about Mario Kart. Kate asks us, do you think Mario Kart is a launch title now? In the Switch trailer today, we saw it is a new Mario Kart with brand new track. It's like Mario Bros.
big.
Circuit. It's huge. It can have 24 racers. Did you see that? That's like the
I didn't.
gimmick, up to 24 racers instead of 12.
That's dope.
Okay.
They have
Wait a
kind
minute. Hang on. Sorry. You can't just read over that. I don't mean to interrupt you, but How many fucking characters in Mario Kart? Are there 24 characters?
Oh yeah.
Are there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Carry
And
on.
I'm sure they'll add more than
Yeah.
newcomers.
The
Can we
question
add
is, is that
more? Like
supported-
we're running out of people. We
Yeah.
had
No,
Link
we're
and the
not. No,
Splat
we're
Kids.
Question will be,
Yeah,
is that
there's
going to be
more
supported
Mario
online, or is
characters,
it just
Yeah.
offline only modes or whatever? But still,
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's a bunch more Mario characters you can add.
And in Mario Kart, you don't have you can have everybody be Mario if you want to be. You don't have to have a unique character.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but like nobody wants that. Nobody wants a character of all the same things. It doesn't matter. Carry on.
Anyway, it's Mario Bros. Circuit, and all the characters kind of have they're a little bit more cartoony. They seem to have really their old school NES, SNES designs, even though it's 3D. Like Donkey Kong looks like kind of his
Yeah,
movie
Donkey's different.
design. He looks really retro.
Mhm.
Mario looks a little bit more round and cartoony.
Some people are saying it looked like Mario Wonder Mario.
Yeah, he
Oh.
kind of it's like a little bit more stylized. Like it looks a little bit more cartoony and like chibi type of roundness to it.
Yeah.
I really like how it looks. I think, and if you look really closely, like I was watching one of those videos, like 50 things you didn't notice in this 3-second of clip of the Mario Kart. On
I
some of the-
legit for a moment thought it was just Mario Kart 8 again. Like when I was
at
watching on my
first
phone in my
glance, I
car,
was looking. I was like,
I was like,
yeah, it looked very similar.
they're just showing an old game again, and then I saw people saying there was like 25 characters. I was like, oh, so this is the new one then. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, if you look really closely at the carts, they have like different types of customizables, I think, than what we have seen. Like Rosalina, I think it is, has like skis on the front of hers instead of wheels. And
Interesting.
like they have like an aura around them when they go over the launch pad type of thing. So I think I really hope that they go big for this Mario Kart. I wanted them to do something a little bit different. I want them to like change up the game a little bit, whether it's like a story mode or some kind of really cool new gimmick, or like maybe it's all new tracks instead of like including also throwback tracks. I want to know what they're going to do. I think it will be a launch title, Kate.
I think the footage looked soft, which makes me think that it was maybe like old.
Right.
Like, and it felt like they didn't show us much of anything. Like, I don't even think
It was
they, went
literally
around,
like 4 seconds max.
yeah. So like, it
Yeah.
seemed like maybe they're being very protective over like whatever it is that they haven't told us about Mario Kart yet. So I honestly, I didn't read too much into it because that was my impression. I was like, this looks early.
Yeah.
And you know, they just didn't show much and I would imagine for a reason.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys think it's a launch title?
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
always thought the Kart was a launch title. Yeah.
Sleepy Gamer asks, with there being a lot more handhelds to compete against besides games, how do you think Nintendo can make their hybrid/handheld even more appealing than the competition? So we have to look beyond just, their software has a step up. Will we see the return of Street Pass or even download play, making it more of a person-to-person experience, or will they just do basic upgrades of features or adding on those missing basic features? So how can they get a leg up on the competition besides just the software?
Campus and social and that stuff. I mean, that'll do good because then that encourages other people to get a Switch. You want to play together, you need to be on the same
Yeah.
system. I think that's a good one.
Price.
Price, obviously,
Price.
yeah. These other
Yeah.
things are $500,000, $600,000, $800,000.
Mhm.
I would love the idea of download play coming back. I love the idea of
Ooh.
local co-op.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite features of the 3DS. I don't think my kids will be around throughout this entire generation
So,
if they all get prepared to leave. But
and I'm going to feel the pain of that now. Much like you've seen the joy of like, oh, download play, perfect. But now it's like, oh, Dad, I want to play that.
Yeah, buy
Shit.
multiple
Yeah.
copies
Yeah.
of the game. Yeah, I would love to see that return. And I honestly think if you're doing this campus thing, I think it plays into that. If the idea is you can meet people and play together, like what if you take that Street Pass idea and not only are you passing, exchanging data, but what if you could like play a co-op version of a game you own with somebody that's just nearby,
Mhm.
temporarily? That would be awesome. You're on a plane. Like you can airdrop videos and stuff to like people nearby. Like, what if you're on a plane and you could just throw out a lobby? Join me in Mario Kart. And if anybody else just has a Switch, they could just play while you're on the plane together. That's fucking really cool.
Wait,
Something
you
like
just
that would
made
be
me think
awesome.
of an idea. What if like what if games like, for obviously this would just be first party games, had like kind of that feature, but it's like a demo or something, like
Yeah.
you know, like the new Metroid Prime 4, and like you know, you're next to somebody and they have a Switch but they don't have Metroid Prime 4, and then they can kind of download and you guys can kind of do like a little co-op mission together. It's like not even the point of Metroid Prime 4, but it's like a little bit of a hands-on experience that you
it's not
guys
the
can
full
do
game.
together, and it might
Mhm.
sell it for the person who you're playing it with.
Yeah.
That's what we could do on 3DS. Like we had like the Star Fox like battle thing that you could download,
Oh,
Yeah.
Triforce Heroes co-op. Like there were things like that you could do. It was a lot of fun.
I like that. And that's like really connecting people too, which is what I think Nintendo tries to do.
Yeah.
And
And maybe it's
what
not even
else?
like
What else?
full retail game. Maybe it's Street Pass like games.
Yeah.
But just that functionality, that coming back could be a big deal.
Nintendo AirPlay. Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Well,
Share play.
SharePlay.
Oh.
I like it.
Nintendo SharePlay. I love that. Wait, guys, we should go work for Nintendo. We just pitched 2 great ideas.
My
Check.
uncle already works there. I can't work there too.
Yeah, I mean, Sleepy Gamer, I don't think they have to do much to compete and appeal more to the competition. They're already doing it with not
Yeah.
just their software,
Yeah.
but you know, the
I just
price.
feel like
What
they're
does the
gonna
Steam Deck have to
separate-
do to compete with the
Oh.
Nintendo Switch 2?
That is
Okay.
That's what we
They've
should
sold
be
5
asking.
million of those damn things. We have 150 of these over here. Like, what are you doing? Go ask Garrett these questions.
Don't summon him.
Oh my gosh, he will show up.
He disappears.
Oh my god. Shiv UK asks, when do you expect the Switch to? Okay, I can't say Switch 2 anymore. We're calling it the NS2. I'm just doing it. I'm starting it. We're starting it
Okay.
right now.
That's the thing.
When do you expect the NS2
Full
to
credit
launch,
gotten.
given the April date for the Direct? The UK public hands-on events in April give me hope that it will be sooner rather than later. But I think that some of the hands-on events in other countries are as late as June. That doesn't matter. I don't think that matters. They'll have hands-on experiences well after the console
Yeah.
has released.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true. I think it's June. Yeah, I think it's June.
too.
I think
Yeah.
we pre-order in April for a June launch.
Pre-orders go up after that April event, right?
Yep.
So. Merca.
Yeah.
Book it, Dano.
If I send a picture, Donnie, for the comparison between how Mario looks in his cart,
I can pull it up.
Yeah, let me send it because I saw it just now. Somebody sent it in my group chat, and I think it looks like a really good comparison. I'll read the next question in the meantime. Mr. Vargas says, do you think this trailer confirms the mouse functionality? If so, how do you think this will be used? Yes, it feels like they very intentionally made them look
Mhm.
like mice with the tails.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I mean, that has
Yeah.
already been leaked, you know, so I think it's
Mhm.
the way we interpreted that, it was very intentional.
Yeah. I like that. I didn't even think of the way that you mentioned before too. If it's some sort of, the interface method to how to use if they have those social features or some sort of
Yeah.
like using that as a way to interface with that.
Enhance.
Comparison.
What was the question?
Oh, do we think the trailer confirms the mouse functionality, and if so, how will it be used?
Yes. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it's doing. I'm actually surprised that it was as featured as it was, considering how short the trailer was, and like it was featured more than Mario Kart was, it seems. So like it seems like Nintendo wants to really make this a thing. I kind of thought maybe, when I was thinking we get like some sort of lifestyle trailer, I was thinking, they would focus a lot on like tabletop mode or something. Like they really focus on like that thing sliding around and you putting on that connector and all that. So I feel like they have big plans for it. It remains to be seen if they can make it a thing that other people adopt. I think there's a lot of like uses for it.
Yeah.
You've mentioned multiple times. I think Star Fox could benefit from something like that. Like anything that's on rails, you think of like
Yeah.
the House of the Dead games, Panzer Dragoon. Like if you're like guiding a mouse around on the desk
Right.
as you play or something is really good. Obviously I've said it before. I mean, I think Mario Maker makes the most sense. That's that sells
I'd be interested if
itself.
one of those like the attachments to make it have more like mouse feet or something on to make it glide easier compared to just right out of the simple turn the Joy-Con on the side.
100%. So
Esserol, did I say that right? Esserol. The potential mouse-like controls would obviously transfer over well to some pre-existing titles such as Splatoon and Mario Maker. I didn't even think about that. Mario Maker, that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what sort of new experiences might you foresee with this method of control? We just
Like I said,
kinda-
Star Fox,
Yeah.
anything that's on rails, Mario Maker. There's tons of RTS stuff.
Yeah.
Civ, Pikmin.
Yeah. Oh,
Could benefit from something like this. I think there's a lot of more use cases than people might realize. I think most shooters, Metroid. Imagine you're playing Joy-Con in your left hand with the mouse controlling the turret and the blaster in your right hand. Like there's a lot of use cases for something like
Just
this.
simple
If-
navigation up the screen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think about that. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'd like that. I don't want to be mousing around, but I mean, I guess some people would. I generally hate that UI that like Destiny started. Like Destiny did that, and then like every game since then, everything became a mouse, like a pointer.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'd like to get back to where I can
Yeah.
move with my sticks and D-pad again.
Yeah.
But maybe having a mouse would make those experiences better. Like maybe if I actually had a mouse, maybe that would be fine. But yeah, I think there's a lot of Doom, like shooters, racers. Like I said, Star Fox. Imagine Star Fox on rail shooter. You're playing Star Fox, but you get to glide around. It's almost like the flight. You have that kind of tactile control over the R-Wing. That would be fucking awesome, actually.
Yeah.
So
Port your favorite flight simulator in there. You're big
Yeah.
on Microsoft Flight Sim.
could you have like a driving game like that where you're driving the car with the mouse?
If you paired it to a PC, could you use it as a PC mouse
That's a really good question.
or
I
like
imagine,
a laptop?
I imagine you could.
Yeah.
Like
Pretty
you can use the
wild.
Joy-Con on PC. There's no reason. I mean, it has a sensor. Why not?
People can use it for their laptops.
That's crazy. Oh, here's another one. I thought about this earlier. Joy-Cons have haptics, HD rumble.
Mm-hmm.
What if you're playing a game and as you mouse over something, you feel it?
Yeah,
if it gives you-
that will happen.
What if it gives you texture or something out of it? Like that's kind of
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
Our Life is Strange games, point and click adventures.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be way better than a stick. Detective Pikachu.
Yeah. Might be actually playable.
Chip
Things
Biscuit.
like Ace Attorney.
Yeah. Chip Biscuit says PC Game Pass on Switch. But actually, I do love your name. I always throw it out there. Do you think they'll actually give us a browser now on Switch? Like, can we pull up an internet
Ooh.
browser? We have a
No.
mouse now. Can we pull up an internet browser?
No, we don't trust kids.
No.
Nah.
It's a hacking thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a trust thing. It's a hacking
Yeah.
thing.
Kids can have
Just an-
browsers.
just an
That's why they're
exploit.
giving us Campus. It's our Nintendo moderated internet access.
You browse
remember-
there.
They talked about it before, how they created their own social network, not Miiverse, but they created their own social network as like a test app. I would love for them to actually like come back with some sort of Miiverse. Like that would be great.
We never even talked about what are they going to do with that playtest game? Like, how does that appear up on the Switch too?
I think that playtest thing was for them to test like some sort of either new server environment or new tech stack or something. I'm not actually looking for something to come out of that, but I don't know. I didn't play
Just
it
like
either. So
connectivity or something?
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't play it either. So maybe
No.
I think
I was
whatever
thinking
it
like
is,
stress testing or something.
yeah, either that or it's like something that we just like it'll whatever fruits are born from it, we will not even know that that's what it was for.
Bananas.
Bananas, maybe.
Bananas. Okay.
We gotta have Nat Attack. Why didn't we say Nat Attack?
Yeah.
Fly Swatter,
Oh, I didn't know that was what it was called.
isn't it?
Oh,
Do I have this wrong?
I just called it the Fly Swatter game.
Okay.
Tom.
Duck
asks-
Hunt.
Ooh, now we're
All
cooking.
like literally like all light gun games. Like anything with a light gun would be amazing with the
Hogan's
mouse.
Alley, baby.
Oh boy.
Duck Hunt, yeah, Duck. You could
Gotcha.
definitely do Duck Hunt with it. That'd be great.
Tom asks us, did it even show us enough to warrant any new questions you guys haven't covered outside the Mario Kart tease?
Yes.
Damn, Tom.
Yes, it
Damn.
did.
Do you think the rumored mouse function will be the Joy-Con sliding on its edge?
Yes.
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 I think that's kind of what it showed, right? I want to know, how will it stand up? Like how
Yeah, I think it will with those clips that it showed that it clipped
Yeah.
into. I think it will.
like, it's
And I think
gonna-
those clips are coming in the box. That's going to be like the new Joy-Con grip thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
how sturdy.
Yeah.
Have you tried actually holding it like a mouse? Like, how does that feel?
Not bad.
Like, you've got the two. It's honestly,
in
it's
the
kind of
adapter.
amazing that after 8 years,
We
I
never
don't
thought
think,
of that.
yeah, that we never thought of it because, like, it's got the two triggers like a mouse, and I imagine your thumb. Does your thumb rest on the joystick?
It can rest either on the joystick or the buttons. I
See,
think
like
it's more
there's a
natural on
lot
the buttons,
there.
and you can scroll like this.
Yeah.
I don't like. Yeah, it's like, how do we not think of this?
Well, remember
Nintendo
how many
MMO
times
confirmed.
have I said we have all these ideas of what Nintendo's gimmick can be, but they always find a way to make it something that we didn't even know that we wanted. But
Sick.
then
It's
when
gonna
it
be
comes out, we're like,
crazy.
how did we not want this? How
It's
did
gonna
we
be
live without
nuts.
This?
When Nintendo puts a $2.50 mouse sensor in their controller and revolutionizes console gaming to everybody else starts putting mouse shit in their controllers.
And then by the
Yes.
time everyone else starts doing it, they're moving on to something else.
Yep.
Because PlayStation, they have the touchpad. They have a mouse pad. You could say they
Yes.
did it
Which is
first,
good. That is good.
but yeah, a mouse is
But you're
different.
not playing games with it. You're not
No, you
aiming
can't.
the gun with
And when
your
games actually make
touchpad.
you use it, everybody hates it and revolts.
Yes. they do.
But here, I mean, I'm from the moment we saw mouse, I was like Mario Maker. Like it just Mario Maker, apps 1,000% Mario Maker.
Mhm.
So I'm actually legit really excited now for Mario Maker 3. Like, let's get on with it. Let's get it going because it could be great.
Agreed. Agreed.
Bring back the amiibo costumes. I need to make Zelda games and Pokemon games and shit out of it again. Nintendo Maker. Oh my god. Come on, Jason. Kirby, man.
No.
She's talking about Yoshi game. We'll make our own Yoshi game. Limitless Yoshi. I'm hyped.
Eat the hype. Hobik says, happy hype day, Shaq, with the confirmation of both physical and digital backwards compatibility. Star asterisks. Do you plan to trade in your old Switches when you buy a NS2?
Welcome back,
No.
Habik. Thanks, man.
Hobik, we missed you.
Yes.
No, I don't do that.
I'm kicking that bitch to the curb soon as I can.
Right in the Delaware River.
Yes. Bye, Felicia.
I do frequently buy and sell and trade things. I do not plan on letting go of any of my Switch consoles at this time. It's twofold. One, I really love my Switches. I have the Mario OLED edition, which I wanted to have.
Mhm.
I want to keep it. I have the Zelda Switch Lite, which is my favorite Switch, and I want to keep it. And I have my customized No More Heroes Switch, which is incredible, and I want to keep it. The other part of that, the Switch values are not great. You know, trading a Switch OLED for what, $150? Might as well keep it.
That's a good point.
You know, like they're not going to give you 300 or 400. You're not going to get a Switch 2 for your Switch, so you might as well keep it. I plan on, like, right now in my living room, I have a Wii hooked up to the TV, like the family area, and we play Wii Sports and stuff. I play a little Guitar Hero. When this comes out, I will replace I'll replace my Switch Lite. I mean, my Switch down here, and I'll move that one upstairs, and that'll take place of the Wii.
I like
So
It's a good idea.
I just like having all my consoles. Even if I don't ever boot them up, I just like to.
I
look
think
at
that's
them.
fair. Yeah, I mean,
Lots of memories.
Yeah.
I don't always regret trading my consoles, but there are some that I have. Like, I wish I would have kept my 3DSs. I love the 3DS that I have. I'm glad that I have it, but
Sure.
I had several of them, and I would have rather have kept them. But like, I've traded a bunch of Wii's and PlayStation 4s, and I don't give a shit that I got rid of those. I don't care.
Yeah.
So you know, it's give and take. Sorry, I just brain thought out of nowhere. I want them to bring Rock Band to the Switch too.
Band.
That'd be
Yeah,
dope.
we have the Riffmaster guitars now. Like I was thinking about it. My Wii is upstairs. I play Guitar Hero on it. It's like, shit, I can't play Guitar Hero on the Switch too. It's like, but maybe I can. maybe one day we can. Like, why can't we? You know, like I'm probably play Fortnite Festival on it. You know, bring us Rock Band.
Frisk is having fun watching the mouse.
I see.
Yeah, wait until you actually start.
Oh God. The NS2 mouse.
He's about to take the damn monitor down. It's
Oh my
Right?
God.
Does he watch you play Stray?
Yes.
My cats went absolutely ape shit when I started doing that.
Yeah.
They're freaking out, scratching the screen and everything. Like just even seeing the movement of the character fascinated them. Like it
Yeah.
looked like a cat.
Yeah. And
They're
the
like-
meows coming out of the controller.
Yeah,
he
they're
was
like, why is there a cat in the television? Like they were
How do I get him out of the controller?
right. Yeah, like they were freaking.
Tyler Kopp says 24 kart racers. Wait till it's baby park with 24.
Oh God.
Bring it on. I love
Just
it.
fucking gridlock, just
I
rush hour,
love
man.
it.
That's chaos.
Yeah.
But is it still day one for Donnie?
15 laps.
What?
Now.
Of course, yeah. Was it not? Have I ever given the impression that I'm not day one on cart? Absolutely.
All on, baby.
I'm dying for another cart. People are like, did you play the DLC? I've been playing Mario Kart 8 for 10 or 12 years. Like,
Yeah.
like everybody's like, it came out in 2017. Like, no, it didn't. Like I would love a new Mario Kart, especially one that had like a really fun Grand Prix single player modes. Like I would like something. It doesn't have to be like full Diddy Kong or anything like that, but like
I
Something
want
more
something
than what
like
we've
that.
had, right?
it's
Just a
something more than
Like Hub
grid of
World
races to
or-
complete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
Oh.
fantastic.
What I really want the most out of this Mario Kart is courses with like lots of different secret paths and like not just like a quick little shortcut
Sure.
that lasts like 2
Yeah.
seconds, but like now that you've played Beetle Adventure Racing, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I
that's
say
true.
All of like the
Yeah.
really
You can dip between the walls and go behind,
yeah.
hop over
There's
the bushes.
lots of routes that you can go.
Yeah.
They're not all faster, but they're cool with lots of secrets. And
Yeah.
like I would love something like that.
I would like for them to do multi-car travel of some. I mean, I know I'm a damn cuck for Diddy Kong and and Sega, Sega All Stars, but I think it's super fun when you switch from the car to the boat to the plane. Like something like that would be really super fun.
Maybe
So,
they will with the skis on the on the
Yeah.
cart. Maybe it switches
like they
to like
kind of
a
do stuff like you've
snowmobile
got
or
gliders, but like do more
Yeah.
than that. That would be cool.
Well,
The
wait,
Transformer stuff is fun.
did gliders debut in 8 or in 7?
7.
And then
Oh,
8 introduced gravity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, there's definitely the possibility. There's
definitely
always
didn't
a
get-
gimmick.
Yeah, what we saw, I was like, I don't know what the gimmick of this.
I
is.
don't
Like,
think we
that was,
saw it. I think it's
yeah, I
gonna
was
be
like-
more than just 24 races.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be more than just big track. Like I'm for certain there's something to it, but they don't want to show us yet.
Right. They don't want to reveal it too soon.
Double Dash is back, baby.
Oh my gosh, please.
Block 4, baby. Like let's go.
Stingray X or Stingray 10, depending on how you read it.
Next, John.
Cross.
Whatever.
Stingray Cross.
Cross.
Ooh. What Nintendo IP
Xenoblade.
would you want to make a resurgence on the Switch too?
Star Fox.
Then you want Star
Starbucks.
Fox.
Star Fox.
Do we all
Star
want
Fox.
Star Fox? I don't want Star
It's not
Fox.
going to be Punch Out apparently. So
That's a
Nope.
problem for you. Hey, speaking of that, we talked about that. And then after we talked about it, some blog I've never heard of said they talked to former people and they said that that's all untrue. I don't know how valid
Okay.
that is, but
okay.
they almost like refuted it like within days of that original report coming out.
All right.
They said we talked to people and they said that those stereotypes have nothing to do as long as they have some sort of new gimmick, new gameplay hook that makes having a new Punch Out worth it.
Bring back
Yes.
Mike. It's time.
I agree.
I said Logan, put him in the game. Which one is the boxer, Logan or Jake? Which one?
Who
Jake.
cares?
Jake Paul's Punch Out.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much.
You get
Yeah,
the little
but you
Mac.
know who doesn't hate it? All of the 13-year-old boys out there. Who will
But guess
buy
what?
it.
Also, guess why you buy it? So you can punch Jake Paul in the face. Like that's it's you hate by it. You're like,
Then
I'm gonna
you're
get Little
giving him
Mac,
money because
and I'm
he's
gonna
getting
beat the
money for
shit out of this guy.
association.
Yeah, it worked for Swapfire. I mean,
Yeah,
Did it?
people are they're not old
nobody
enough
knows.
to get
Nobody
that
else
joke.
knows.
Yeah,
But
it's okay.
it's all right.
Do
The
we
real
want?
ones. The
We
real
do it
ones
for the
know.
Ocho. We got it.
We want new Donkey Kong. I assume y'all's want a new Donkey Kong. That's.
I mean, I'm here for all Donkey Kong. That'd be
course.
great. New Diddy Kong would be even better. But a new Donkey Kong, like a different Donkey Kong. I would like a non 2D platforming Donkey Kong.
Oh,
Okay.
Donkey Kong Jr.
Like a new Diddy Kong. I mean, we're not going to do Diddy Kong's racing so close to Mario Kart, but
Yeah.
like we've had nothing but 2D Donkey Kongs and then drumming Donkey Kong, Konga.
Mm.
It'd be great. Like they should try another stab at like a 3D Donkey Kong or something different. Like do something different. Be different.
Donkey Kong VR.
Another thing that I'll throw out there.
I want that because how many Donkey Kong Country 2, 3 returns, Tropical
Right,
Freeze,
right.
up and down, all
Yeah.
throughout.
With
You know.
Knuckles.
We're new Super Mario Broed out of Donkey Kong. Like we got it.
Exactly.
Right, I
Yeah.
get it. So the thing that I would, the other thing that I would throw you, because I've been saying this for a long time, when Mario Rabbids came out, it had the Donkey Kong DLC, and it was fantastic. So he let
It is really
Ubisoft do that, make a Donkey Kong Rabbids strategy like that. That would be awesome.
That would
Wait
be
a
cool.
second. I have a question. Why do they get to say we'll make a new Punch Out, but we just don't really have an idea yet to make it happen? But they'll remake Donkey Kong Country 15 different times.
That's just how good Donkey Kong Country is.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Hey, did we say Kid Icarus with the mouse?
that'd be cool.
I mean, that works.
Icarus.
Also,
Icarus
you know,
works really well.
when you make a Punch Out, you got to find the right stereotypes to make fun of.
I wouldn't be
So-
surprised. There have been rumors of an Icarus remaster. I wouldn't be surprised if that's why they put that fucking mouse on there to begin with.
Oh my god.
They're like,
For
guys,
Kid
we
Icarus?
can't make them hold the controller and use the touch screen again. And Sakurai was like, let's put a mouse in the controller.
I could also see them doing something with a mouse for Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah.
oh, I didn't think that'd
That's
be
a good
great.
one.
Actually, yeah, I'll play Fire Emblem like that for sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
How are you gonna do that from your couch? Are they gonna make like Nintendo like lap pads
Oh,
that we can like put in our lap and like, oh shit, I'm gonna buy one of those.
it's just a repurposed Wii balance board.
And
Well, they
then,
like the
then they'll
Super
sell it with
Nintendo,
different designs.
like the Mario mouse pad, the Mario Paint mouse pad that came out for
yeah.
Super Nintendo. Didn't it come with like a mouse pad, like a little plastic thing?
Came with a mouse.
Right, but I think it
There was
came
like
with
a
like
there was like
there was
little
a
plastic-
pad.
Yeah.
yeah, like a plate, not a pad, like a plate. It was like a plastic plate you could like put it on. Yeah, I need a cozy lap pad.
I could see them selling different lap pads with like different games and designs.
Different characters. Who
You know,
who
they're
makes
like 20
who's
bucks.
like who's the leading lap pad company? Like who does that? Who makes that shit?
Yeah.
Who knows the answer to that
Yeah,
off the top
yeah,
of their
I
head,
get that.
Donnie?
I didn't know if you guys were.
Let me go to my latest lap pad dealer.
I could
Oh.
see you very much sitting on the couch with like a very cozy lap pad with the book and like I see that on TikTok all the time. That's a thing. Why are you throwing at me like that?
TikTok's getting banned. I'm gonna miss sending you the latest memes, Donnie.
That's
I'll be all right. It'll be fine.
they're not gonna.
We're all
ban
on Red Note now. The
it.
Chinese.
That's
app.
hilarious.
Apparently, I've heard,
I downloaded it. I'm learning Mandarin.
They're gonna partner with like Office Space to sell like Nintendo laptop desk pad accessories, with the Mario Kart version and the Donkey Kong
That's
version and
funny.
the Animal Crossing version.
Hey, they sell Switch games at Office Max,
there you go. See,
are they
or
gonna
maybe
have
it's
like,
Staples. It's Staples.
are they
Staples,
gonna have
even
Shaq
better.
there selling switch pads?
Yeah.
Like it.
Telling you, you get it, you put it in your lap, you get a little holder for your phone, a little indent for your coffee. You get all nice and cozy
Well, yeah, you
with your
gotta have
Switch.
your phone stand up so that you
Yeah.
can use your Campus
Campus.
Companion app.
It sells itself. This is good accessory stuff here.
That's
Razer's
a
gonna
great
make-
idea.
Razer's gonna make one with all kinds of RGB that blinds the shit out of you while you try to. It's just gonna it's gonna play techno music when you turn it on.
I like it.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Our last question is we kind of already asked this, but I think it's a good one to end on. Did the leaks ruin the trailer?
I don't think so. I think ruin is too strong. Would people's reaction today be different if we hadn't already seen this console for weeks? Yes.
Yes.
Would it change the overall react? This thing has been viewed 11, 12 million times today.
And I would say probably 9 or 10 million of those people did not
Had
see
no
the leaks.
idea what it was. Correct.
Mhm.
And anybody that's being very critical over what they saw today or talking about how it's not new enough or anything, that is a super minority take.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. Like,
Also,
so no.
there's thousands of podcasts doing 2-hour podcasts off of this 2-minute trailer.
Yep.
Well,
So-
I posted
I watched a 20-minute trailer or a 20-minute video about analyzing the
Yes.
3 seconds of Mario Kart.
Yeah, look at the
so I
Mario Kart
posted the good
analysis,
vibes. They did
right?
that. Those are your buddies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had there's like an hour of the I was like, they showed it for 6 seconds.
Yeah.
They had a whole thing about it. It's like,
Yeah.
Just wait. There's going to be more coming.
yeah, of course. So did it ruin it? No, it didn't ruin it. Most people have no idea. Most people are not in the Switch 2 Reddit or in the PSVG Discord or on Blue Sky. Like most people, like the majority of people.
Most people should be.
So most people have no idea that anything has ever occurred. They're like, hey, Nintendo just announced a new console today. They woke up today with that
Yep.
news.
Like, whoa, there's gonna be another Switch.
Yeah. You got to remember, most people don't even know what the fuck a Steam Deck is.
And all the people
You
who
know,
bought
like
all the people who got their first Switch for
Stop saying
Christmas
Steam
this
Deck.
year are saying, what the hell, man?
I don't even think they even know there's a Switch 2. If you got a
Yeah.
Switch for Christmas this year, you don't even know there's a new one coming.
Yeah.
Yep. That is very accurate.
So, yeah,
All right, we did it.
We did it.
fun times. Now we have the weekend off.
We do. We will not record this Sunday. We will instead join the following Sunday. Actually, no, I won't because I'll be at MagFest.
Oh, wow. It's going to feel like we haven't talked to Rebecca in a month.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
will.
Switch
The
2 will be out by the time she's back.
The next
Practically.
time you talk to me will be February 2nd.
Wow.
So I don't think that
Jason, you want to come back? You know, open chair for you.
I mean, someone's got to carry the torch, I guess. God.
That's right.
Yeah.
Got to put
Can't all be
asses
trendsetters,
in
jet
seats,
setters, and-
Jason.
Yes.
Be
I
our
can't
John
guarantee that-
Cena.
Can't guarantee that, but
All right. Thank you for joining us today, Jason.
no,
It's
thanks for
nice
having
to,
me. It was a
catch up
pleasure.
with you. And what was your game of the year 2024?
The boy.
That's it. Oh
yeah.
boy.
Ugh.
I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
I think I bought 4 games. I don't. Hell if I know.
Do you even like gaming?
No.
Did any of
actually.
us?
No.
No.
Not really.
I just buy video games so I can talk about them on the internet. With
It's
other people.
Echoes, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zelda.
Yeah, there you go. That's
When
a
in
great
doubt,
answer.
Zelda your way out.
Yeah. One down.
good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go feed the baby, him,
Mhm.
and then I gotta go hop on.
She said,
the
"I
next
got
game."
more important streams." to
Good
get to."
show.
Yep.
Good show.
I
Good
do. I'm very glad that after 4 years we can finally talk about the Switch 2, the NS2,
The S2.
That's too.
the NS2.
The S2.
All right,
Super
Koopalings,
Switch.
let us know what you think, and we will
Deuces.
see you next time.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. This is Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening. And I forgot the line already. What?